Hey guys, welcome back to Metal Tips and Tricks. Today we're going to restore the 6-jaw chuck. I've always wanted one since I've been watching Tom Lipton's channel. He does some amazing work with one of these. This one here is 8 inches in diameter. I do not know the manufacturer. Maybe somebody can help me out on that. It has some interesting features. One is it has 3 of these bolts here. One of them's actually missing. I don't know what those are, but I'm going to bet they are for lining up the back plate. Now this thing is totally seized up. I cannot get any rotation out of it. I want to be careful that I don't actually break it. Besides that, it seems like it's in really good shape. I actually don't see any turning damage on the chuck itself or even in the jaws, so I think it's really a great one to restore. What I want to do next is see if I can take this apart, reduce the size. Like this backing plate, I don't have a lathe that would fit this backing plate, so I'm not interested in it. So this one here really doesn't serve me any purpose. We're going to see if we can break it free. Make sure they'll all come loose first. There's no reason to loosen up the others if one won't come loose. It's kind of like chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Well, you can only take something apart if you can get all the screws out. Okay, that didn't work. Let's go in and see if these will do anything. That's kind of a nice surprise. They're a tapered pin of some sort. Okay. That's a good sign. So look at this. We've got 3 different legs on here with a little wear in them. I'm going to bet that matches. Yep. I don't see anything really wrong here. Could try to take out those pins. I have to say, those do not even look like they have any wear on them. There's no real ridges. I see a little sign of use, but not abuse. So I'm a little leery right now. You know, my temptation is to hit it with a hammer. You guys are thinking the same thing. I am going to restrain myself. I am not going to hit it with a hammer. I'm going to put it in this rubber bucket, fill the bucket with Vapor Rust, let it set overnight. Well, let's let some time pass, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. So we've had the soaking overnight. I've already taken the small parts, ran them through the wire wheel, cleaned them up. They look really nice. So we're going to pull this out. It's going to be a drippy, ugly mess. We're going to see if my experiment works. All the jaws are loosened up. Now we have the ring inside, which we're going to try to figure out if we can get that to move a little bit. So it's kind of exciting. The ring below, the spiral ring that tightens all these up, is low enough now. You can just kind of pound out a little bit. So everything cleaned up really well. I actually did a double soak for about another 3-4 hours, wire brushed it all off again, and I gotta say, it just came out like new. We're gonna put this together. We're not doing a full assembly right now. I'm just gonna use some white lithium grease. I plan to actually take it apart one more time, and I didn't want to put a full sticky, ugly grease in there that I was gonna interfere with me later. I also took a tap and re-tapped all the holes just to clean them out. To my knowledge, these pinion gears do not have a position 1, 2, and 3. I want to check for binding every time I put a screw in. If it binds up at any point, you know it's the last one you put in there. Okay, chucks are set up in such a way that there's 6 jaws. Each jaw will be numbered. This has a 1 on it. This has a 1 on it. And that's where you start your scroll. And just like any screw has a beginning, so does a scroll. So right there, that's our beginning. Well, there we go. It's now completely assembled. I never found a maker's mark on it. The only thing I did find is World Patents Pending. Fantastic shape. I think the jaws are a little looser than I would like, but here's something else I want to show you guys. I also found a set of exterior jaws for this. So very excited that this will be a completed chuck. Now I just have to get the back plate, mill that down, and put this whole thing together. Not going to hit it with a hammer. So what we want to look at here is we need to set up, bring these together, we're going to bolt them together. Where do we want to put it here? What we want to look at is, well, where can we actually get it to come in at? I think I want to stay in this area here. We got a little bit more thickness. The other challenge we have is, so it's a little large, so we don't really have a lot of room. We're going to just try to find out about where the center is here. We're going to measure from the outside in. So that's to that part of the casting. Now we have this part, but how does it affect us on this part? Do we have room for it? So that's where we're going to drill the holes. We're going to chuck this back into the lathe, and we're going to cut a line around here, and then we're going to lay this out and drill it. That's the way we're going to lay this out. I think it's going to work out really well. My tapper is a 5/16, 18 threads per inch. It says 1764 for drill bit size. My chart back here says for that same tap, it's a 1/4 inch. I think we're going to put the 1/4 inch back, go to the 1764. I am not going to hit it with a hammer. All right, guys, the chuck is done. It's beautiful. It looks great, especially from where it started. Now, I've got one more video I'm gonna do with this chuck. I'm gonna actually show you how to grind in and get these jaws correct, but I'm gonna do it in a unique way. I'm gonna talk about things that I've never seen talked about on other channels. So wait for that video, because we're gonna grind the inside of this and the outside. Plus, we're gonna do the other jaws. We're gonna grind the outside of those jaws, the outside jaws, and also the inside. So it's gonna be a very interesting video. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We're almost at 100,000. Please hit the subscribe button. Join us for the adventure. Also, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll put links below for that. All right, guys, till next time, go out in your shop, build something cool. Thanks.